All right, good morning, traders. Today is February 29th, 2024, last day of the month. This is a leap year. Thank you for being here this morning with me. My SPY pivot this morning is 506.20. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. QQQ, FNGU, and Diamond Dow all made lower highs and lower lows while closing inside the bullish trap and above the bullish 17 EMA. SPY had an inside day with a lower high and a higher low. Also closing the day above the bullish trap and above the rising 17 EMA. IWM made a lower high and a lower low, closing the fifth day in a row over the trap and over the 17 EMA. Silver still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low while closing the third day in a row below a bearish trap and under the flat 17 EMA. Gold still in a downtrend, had an inside day and closed over the bullish trap over a rising 17 EMA. USO remains in an uptrend, made a higher low and a higher high, closed above the bullish trap and above the 17 EMA. UNG still in a downtrend, closed between the trap and the falling 17. US dollar index still in an uptrend, retraced down to the 103.80 level near the daily chart, flat 200 SMA, the 100 SMA, and the 50 SMA on the daily chart, challenging the minor support made by the last bull flag. All right, what does all that mean? Let's go take a look at some charts. All right, so here's SPY on the daily chart, and what do we want? We want this one right here. So here's SPY's price action yesterday. You can see here's the low from the previous day, comes down, makes another low, just a little bit higher, closing inside the bullish trap, kind of an inside day here. You can see the price range from the previous day. So SPY has an inside day with kind of looks like an equal low and a lower high. So just kind of slowly melting here. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ closing inside the trap, but over the rising 17 EMA, lower high, lower low. FNGU. Lower high, lower low, closing between the trap and the 17 EMA. So FNGU having a pullback here to the 17 EMA. So there's FNGU. IWM. IWM, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap and over the rising 17 EMA. We did QQQ, IWM. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow closing inside the trap, but over the rising 17 EMA, lower high, lower low there. Let's take a look at SPY. It doesn't look like our MMRP pattern is going to play out unless it's on the 4 hour, which makes it look kind of rough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need a price advancement day today. We'll see if they can do it. They have put in quite a bit of a consolidation through here, almost looking like a floor at 104.76. Not sure if that's ever going to happen, that MMRP. It's definitely not on the daily. They've passed that window. On the 2-day, it's possible it's happening on the 2-day. We'll see what happens here. There's one move up. There's a pause, then a move back to support. So it's got to happen either today for the 4 hour or the 2-day on the SPY. For the overnight lows, okay, for the overnight session. All right, so I'll back out here. Okay, the overnight high is 506.25. The overnight low is 504.60. The pivot, 506.20. All right, let's go take a look at USO. Take a look at some energy on the daily chart. So here's USO, yesterday's price action candle. Got a higher low and a higher high, closing just above that bullish trap over the rising 17. USO putting in a higher low here, moving up for a higher high. So nice work on USO. UNG, a little bit different, but also making a comeback. UNG closed, this is the second day in a row for UNG, closing over the bullish trap, but still under the 17 EMA. UNG, higher low, higher high. So we'll see if they can continue that trend, work their way through this 17 EMA. Let's take a look at precious metals. Precious metals yesterday got a lower high and a lower low under the bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. So silver still in an uptrend, but not doing very much uptrending. Gold still in a downtrend because they haven't broken this high here, but not doing very much downtrending. All right. USO is in an uptrend and doing uptrending, making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, UNG, back to UNG just for a second. Okay, UNG is in a downtrend, but not doing very much downtrending. Just a note there. Let's take a look at our technicals. Okay, for the technicals yesterday, just a whole lot of lower highs and lower lows. Had kind of a meltdown at the last minute. Just we were up into the buy zone for a brief minute, and then we meandered back into the chop zone. This is the buyer's chop zone. So we have a wedge going on here. We'll see what happens with this wedge on T2122 that measures all the stocks in the NYSE. Okay, T2123. Yesterday's price action is the 15-minute chart. We had a bullish morning. Then we just kind of went flat. And then we red-green. We Christmas treed it right through here. And then kind of a pullback down to test the major support area of the consolidation. Doesn't look like it held. On the T2123 3-bar, still got some space between a rising 17 EMA and the price action. FNGU indicator indicates we had some selling in the morning, a little rally in the afternoon, then put in a lower high, made a lower low. We'll see what happens where they're going to fan out today. And we've got a drop down to the 107 level. So that should be heavy weight on the markets. We'll see what happens. So that's FNGU. Now let's take a look at our US dollar. Here's the US dollar. Here's the July low. This would be the October high, the November failure, the downtrend. Okay, and then we have a catch on major support here, and then a rally off of the major support up into the downtrend line, bull flag through that. Come out of the bull flag, break out, and bull flag right up against the flat 200 SMA. After bull flagging through that, we have a breakout to the 100 SMA and price action kind of calling us back here. We got a convergence of a 50 period moving average, a 100 period moving average, and a 200 period moving average. So price just kind of stuck between 103.80 and 104 here. So price action moving up ever so slightly. This has made a lower high. Like to see it break down. That would be very good for the markets. We'll see what they can do with that. On the economic calendar, yesterday was GDP. That was the main event. The numbers were good, but the market didn't go anywhere. This morning, we have jobless claims at 8:30, personal income and outlays at 8:30, Chicago PMI at 9:45, pending home sales at 10, a natural gas report at 10:30, and some Fed speakers, but none of them are Powell. For tomorrow, we have PMI manufacturing at 9:45, ISM manufacturing 10 o'clock, construction spending at 10, consumer sentiment at 10, and a couple of Fed speakers. None of them are Powell. So kind of a light day today. We'll see what happens. Earnings calendar for today. Let's go to Thursday. We have Budweiser's going to report 109. That's the dog. Okay, so Budweiser's going to report this morning 109 billion. Toronto Bank, they're going to report this morning also 106 billion. That's it. NetEase 72 billion. They're going to report also this morning. So that's all we got this morning. Dog kind of distracted me there. All right, but I'm fine. All right. So here we got the nothing notable going on in the earnings. And for Max Payne for today, let's look at Max Payne for today. Let's get a refresh. Max Payne for today is, 500. Wow. Okay, we'll see if they're going to go there. And for tomorrow, the end of the month, the beginning of the month, Max Payne is 501. So other than that, just kind of a slow meltdown. We'll see if they put in a floor. It looked like they put in a floor at 504. We'll see what happens. Right around 504.50, 504. Again, we got some economic numbers coming out at 8:30. We'll see what happens with them. All right, so I'm going to take questions in the room. And if not, I'm going to render my video. Get ready for my workshop. I do have a workshop today at 12 o'clock noon, and it's going to run till the last question is answered. That might be 6 o'clock. That might be midnight. We'll see what happens.